Microphone is now on. Good afternoon, curling fans. Welcome to Championship Curling from the Fort Wayne Curling Club. A special welcome to our international audience. Hola, bonjour, and how are you all doing? The announcers on this broadcast are not employed by anyone and are not responsible for anything. Accordingly, the accounts of this game may be used without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Today's feature game is the championship final of the Mad Anthony Bonspiel, with the winner getting a bid to the National 5 and Under Championship. We will also update on the 3rd, 5th, and 7th place games. Our feature game will be on sheet 3. It's an all-Ohio final with Team Peterson from Columbus, Ohio, taking on Team Meyer from Bowling Green, Ohio. Peterson reached the finals with a 6-2 win over Team Hart of Fort Wayne. And, excuse me a minute, Meyer won in an extra end over Team Dolan, 7-6. Real thriller there. Okay, so it looks like the hammer has gone to Meyer. And leading off for Team Peterson will be Josh Rennick. Looks like he wants to throw his corner guard here, or a center guard here. Gets a high center guard. Josh Stagner came in behind the guard. Now Rennick second. Trying to come around and get to the Red Rock, and it looks like he's just going to go by. Stagner with his second. Skip indicates it may be a little wide. Actually turned out pretty nicely though. Gets a tight guard just to the right of the other center guard. Looks like Team Peterson starting out, at least for the moment, three-handed. As Steve Van Ness is in the house, who is listed as a third. Trying to get our remote monitor working. So red of Team Meyer currently sitting 2 with 1 just on the front of the button. Red of Team Meyer coming around. No, he bumps the center guard. That may have been intentional, because it does set up a nice cover for the stone on the button. Eric Denzer now coming in. Looks like he's going to try to clear a guard or two. Clears 2, leaves 1. So there's still a center guard directly in front of the red stone at the top of the button, but now only 1 guard. Red looking to come in, draw around. Looks like it could be a little deep. And let's see if that stayed in. And it did not. Actually, it bumped the other stone out and stayed, so very little change. Still a rock biting the back of the 12. One at the top of the button and 1 yellow guard in front. Eric Denzer now throwing. See if he's throwing a come around or if he's trying to get rid of that yellow guard. He comes around, gets a bump on the red. Let's see if he gets it out. Took it to about the back 8. Okay, just biting the back 8 now, so it's like red is now sitting 1. The stone biting the back 8. Yellow with a full 12 on the left. And red with a biter in the back of the 12, not currently counting. Meyer with the throw now. Trying to draw behind the guard. Looks like he's just a little heavy. And hanging on at the back of the 12 foot. Down to Skip Rocks now. And Steve Van Ness be throwing the first skip rock for yellow. Listed as Team Peterson, but Marshall Peterson not in right now. So Van Ness looks to be playing the come around. Plenty of room in the house. See if he gets by his own guard. And no, he does not. Looks like he might have rolled just into the 12 foot. We'll see if he's out counting. From this angle, it's hard to tell whether he's out counting the two reds in the back. But the red on the back 8 foot is definitely shot rock at the moment. Jared Keyes now throwing his first skip rock for Bowling Green. First to have some weight on it. Looks like he's going to try to get around. And just curled inside of the yellow rock in the back left 12. So right now it appears that red, Bowling Green, sitting 1 with the rock in the back 8. Columbus sitting second shot with the rock in the left side of the 12. So Van Ness getting ready to throw his last shot at the end. And from the broom he's getting, I'm guessing it's going to be a come around to try to get behind that center guard. Although if he's wide, he does have the option to bump his yellow guard back. It's actually coming in with some weight. No, he's going. Oh no, he's going for the shot rock, and he's got it. Didn't see that from this angle, but worked out very nicely. Good job of sweeping to get past that top guard. Now yellow sitting 2. The shot rock is in the back 8. Still plenty of room in the house, but all the paths to the house are fairly congested. He's going to have to get through a pretty small port. Don't really see a chance for 2 here. I think he's going to try to draw between the 2 yellow guards. Looks like he needs to get just outside the 4-foot with this to take the point. Looks like it's light. Sweeping it really hard. And no, it wrecks on the guard. And so that's going to be 2 for Columbus in the first end. So while we have a minute between ends, I'd like to remind you of the Learn to Curl program coming up at the Fort Wayne Curling Club. Winter Olympics are coming, and this is the time to take up a Winter Olympic sport that you can play right here in Fort Wayne. No prior experience needed, and we supply all the equipment. About half an hour of off-ice instruction, half an hour of on-ice instructions, and then you play a game against other beginners for an hour. So check us out at fortwaynecurling.com. Starting the second end now, Josh Rennick. A little heavy on that. And he's able to sweep it out. He's calling for stone in the top 12 to the shooter's left.
So I don't have the one where they're just starting to walk out. That first one.
High guard set up by John Stagner for Bowling Green. Second shot for Rennick for Columbus. And they're going to bring it into the 12-foot. Second shot coming for Stagner. Puts up a guard right in front of the Yellowstone. I'm not sure if that was intentional, although it is close enough that could be a fairly easy run back. Columbus trying to come around the center guard. Come around the, well, the top slightly off center guard, and they leave a center guard. Okay, so Bowling Green peels the guard that they threw last time. So for the moment they have a clear path at the only shot in the house, the Yellow Rock, in the top 12.
You know, if he's done, it might be the shot. If I were him, I would have been sitting back there thinking on that call.
So would I.
Yeah, there's no way. That's the best part of remote work.
And in our other action, we'll update you here on sheet 4.
Are you done? Yeah. I was like, if you're done with work, you might be the shot.
Sheet 4, Keith Hammer from Circle City took 2 in the first. Sheet 4, Matt Hart took 4 for Fort Wayne. Oh, I'm sorry, that's sheet 1. Meyer took 4 for Bowling Green against Peterson from Columbus. Waiting until they move from in front of the scoreboard on sheet 2. And no, I was right the first time. Matt Hart did take 4 for Fort Wayne. Okay, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like Marshall Peterson, the regular skip for Columbus, has arrived. Apparently had some. I think he was on his. Computer with a work commitment. Dang work always getting in the way of curling. So he'll be able to join in the sweeping during the second end and then resume his shooting position in the third. Although right now they're doing just fine without him. Scored 2 in the first and sitting 3 here in the second, here in the championship game. Still several rocks to play this end, though. And here comes the Redstone with some anger behind it. Looks like he's going to take the outside. Yes, he hits and stays. Yellow's still sitting 2. And Vanessa deciding now whether he wants to take that red or guard, and it looks like he's going to guard. Thinking that Keys may want to use that red to bump back or come in off. Denzer with his second rock. Coming in on the red. Oh, this might not be good. Well, it bumps the red back into second shot, but it's still in a pretty easy position to take out unless they guard it. It looks like Keys might be getting ready to peel a guard or two here. Really two options here. He could peel the guard, or if he misses the guard on the right, he could take the two yellows. He could double them up. But, okay, whoa. Nice shot there. Took out the yellow guard. One of the yellows in the house, and moved the other one to the back 12. And left themselves shot rock. So that's a pretty strong shot for the Bowling Green team.
That's a 4-day event, so it starts on
Now Van Ness looking like they want to run the yellow back into the red. Could leave them sitting 2 or maybe even 3. Although not as guarded as they were earlier. So Van Ness getting ready to throw. Looking for the yellow-red run back. Plenty of weight. They're off of it. It looks like it might be a little wide. And actually, pretty decent result. Red is still shot rock, but the yellow rolled, I believe, mostly undercover. So a good plan B.
Yeah, that would be good if they did. Okay.
Okay. So Meyer and Keys discussing the shot. They've made their call. Keys going down. Throw the first skip rock. His first skip rock. Red with hammer this end. From the amount of broom he's throwing, it doesn't look like this is going to have a lot of weight, unless he's trying to take the back one out, but that seems a little unlikely. He may be just guarding his shot rock first. That's looking light. See if they get it over. And yes, they do get it over. Very high guard. Not sure how much coverage he's got there. Steve Van Ness will be playing the final skip rock of this end. And Marshall Peterson will be resuming his duties as skip in the third. Ness looking like he's going to throw a takeout on the shot rock. Not a big weight takeout. They may have trouble holding that line. They're coming hard. I don't know if he's going to get a piece of it or not. And no, right through the middle. That shot would have definitely given Columbus the upper hand. So Keys with the hammer here. Got a draw for two. Or he could try to come around the guards and bump the yellow for two. Either would work. So the shot looks a little heavy for a draw. Is he going to get by that guard? No. Rex on the guard, takes only one. So after two ends, it's Peterson 2, Keys 1. For all you curling fans looking for stocking stuffers, we still have a good supply of the Fort Wayne Curling Club masks, both the regular surgical style and the custom form-fitting mask. The surgical masks are $15, the deluxe are $25. Make a great gift, or buy the whole box, make a quilt, and we'll put it on the wall. Getting ready for the third end now. And actually, we've already had the first rock thrown. It went through for the red, so Josh Rennick throwing the first rock for Columbus this time. Columbus with the hammer in this end. Marshall Peterson now calling the house. So Columbus back to their normal four-man alignment. And that also looks heavy. So it looks like the ice has picked up speed a little bit, and both the first two rocks have gone through. Stagner with his second. See if he takes a little off of it this time. Still looks like it might be a little strong.
When you get the right technique, most people at this level don't have the right swimming technique.
And let's see if that stays in. And it does not.
You want your foot
So the first 3 rocks have gone through.
and all your weight on the broom, right? So they're like this, so you can press it down.
At least starting off is a very wide open end.
Dips, and you're leaning forward.
No guards in play.
Instead, you're just like, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. You're putting all your weight.
Right, so it's either arm muscles, which is what they're putting on, or your entire weight combined.
Rank throwing his second now. And the weight looks better on this one. And they're going to take it into the house. Looks like it might be right around the tee line. We'll get the monitor here in a moment. Maybe we'll get the monitor here in a moment. And there's the hit played by Converse, clears both stones, and the house is empty. Denzer with his first rock for Columbus. Columbus with the hammer in this end, and he's thrown up a corner guard.
That's exactly right. You want to throw 3 to 6 feet light and have your speed
So that's in the left side of the house in the 12-foot. Certainly a well-placed shot. It looks like Bowling Green is not going to chase that at the moment. There's a brilliant draw to the button for 1 on sheet 4 by Emily Hayes. Brings them within 2 to 1 after 2.
I'd be like this. The rocker and everything. Like, yeah, it's fine.
Meanwhile, Bowling Green has put one in the, I believe in the top 8-foot, appears to be shot rock. And we have a few second time lag on our monitor. Okay, now checking the monitor. We have appears that we have 2 yellow stones in the 12-foot to the left of shooter. And Meyer looking for the takeout. Trying to see if he can get both. Does he? No, he gets one, but rolls over against the other one. Not a bad position. I think that red one can be chipped out, but not an easy shot and probably not worth chasing at this point in the end.
Well, that's what I was thinking, like, why would you waste any effort on those two that were still outside? They're trying to rebuild back.
So Van Ness coming up for Columbus, and it looks like he's going to try to split the house. And put something in the right side. Having the hammer in this end. And let's see if that stays in. I don't know. I think it may have stayed in the back. Might still be biting the back 12. We'll check in a moment. Oh, and that's very close on the monitor. That may be biting though. Meyer getting ready to throw for Bowling Green. Throwing the in-turn. I believe the call here may be a freeze down to the yellow rock that was just thrown. Looks like it's got to move quite a bit.
Most of the time you're going to be free or calling.
Got a lot of moving to do. And did that stay in? I believe they're not moving it, so it may have stayed in. Let's get a look on the monitor again, and yes, in fact, I believe it did bump the yellow. Sitting one.
And he tells me when it comes through, he's down there. When he comes down here, he gets in the hack, then he wants to move the room. I'm like, guess what? It's wrong because he's judging it from an angle down here. Why do they think he just trusts his own instinct from when he called to the other end?
Okay. He's now looking over his options. At the moment, it appears that red is shot. Can't be sure. I think the yellow in the left side of the 12-foot may be second shot.
I think they value the input, especially because you're down here and outside the ice. Things can look really easy
Yeah.
when you're right up close to it, like you're trying to move stones and there's 12 points. When you're standing there, it looks really easy, especially if they're different heights. And then you get down to the other end and you're like, good, you're away. So it's good to get that.
So Keys with his shot.
There are certain people that just second guess that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, that's not second guessing it. It doesn't have a lot of experience.
Keys with the in-turn draw. Looks like it might be strong. Might have overswept that. It bumps down. Bumps down to the red already in the back. Let's see if that changes. Okay, and I believe that is now second shot. So red appears to be sitting 2. But still with the entire 8-foot circle open. And if he goes down to the one that was just thrown,
So you're like walking down, one of the keeps getting ready to throw, you walk down a while. I'm
Sure.
sure I'm gonna see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Columbus. Comes up short, leaves a guard. I think they were trying to come in behind the yellow corner guard.
I know, that's what I mean, I don't really know, like, this is the most I've learned about it this weekend, but just the way he carries himself. Yeah, he seems like
So Jared Keys with his last rock of the third end. Apparently already sitting 2. Let's see if he tries to bury another. Or just make it more difficult for Peterson. Still, the entire 8-foot section is open. Judging by that line, it looks like he might be trying to come behind. Is it going to come on in? It does come in. Going to go a little deep. Okay, so he's a little deep on it, although it's at the back of the 4-foot, so it is shot rock. And Marshall Peterson will have to draw against 3.
He's got a lot of making up to do. I'm not gonna blame the whole thing on you.
There's Peterson. He's got some weight on it. That looks narrow, though. See if he's going to get by that guard. This angle is close. Well, he hits it, but he rolls out. Let's see what he moved.
And we started that, I think, at 1:30. This morning? Either 1 or 1:30. I this changed, whatever it was.
So it looks like 2 red.
He seemed to go right, so it must have been, he said maybe somebody else had done something wrong for him. How they put it improperly, making an error, or somebody else didn't do their portion. He said it could be something that somebody was
Okay, and they have posted the 2, so
through the whole thing.
after 3 ends, it's Bowling Green 3, Columbus 2.
How would you understand, like, what part where is the wrong comma?
Updating our other games.
Oh, they just put their, I didn't.
On sheet 1, Stone took 1 in the second to narrow the gap to 4-1.
Yeah, I don't think they had those numbers.
And on sheet 2, backwards originally, Dolan was actually leading 4-0. But Matt Hart has come back, taken 2 in the second, 1 in the third, so that's not a 4-3 game.
Yeah, Norman and I were coming to the monthly learner girl. And I got used to it being. And I didn't think I was good enough to do it, you know, and I didn't.
Bowling Green with a stone just biting the top 12. And Columbus putting down a corner guard.
Then what the other will do is try to come behind us. It's fine. He was saying we could do this or we could do this.
Oh, okay.
But you should never go behind the corner there. So, yeah, so he's saying, put the guard here or go behind the corner guard. I don't fully understand.
You just know that's.
But that's what all the high, coaches say. Guard doesn't.
Yeah.
They didn't do it anyway. So,
Now Marshall's going to come back there, which is perfect. And it comes down to, if you don't have hammer, you want to buy the center. If you come around the corner guard, you're not doing that.
Oh, you're
And
going on the outside.
you're going on the outside. You do the center over. The only reason you do that is when the opponent is already there,
Uh-huh.
and you come down and try to freeze.
Try to get behind them.
Rennick with his second shot.
Yeah.
Throwing the intern, trying to get behind the guard. No, he bumps the guard. So he leaves himself with a slightly off-center guard and a corner guard.
Yeah, at least it's a play. So
Yeah.
do something. If you tap that on.
So after 4 stones, we have 3 guards and a red biting the 12-foot. Bowling Green throwing the out turn. Oh, they just nudged the guard. Enough to throw off the direction, but still into the house. Probably would have gone through if it hadn't nudged that guard. Looks like it's out in the open, though, and I believe Peterson's going to go ahead and call for the hit. So Eric Denzer playing the in-turn hit on the back stone. Possibly looking for a little bit of a roll behind cover. They're sweeping it hard. Not sure if they like the line. Let's see what he gets. And just stays in. He actually rolled the other way, and not a bad result. So Columbus with the hammer. 1 stone in play. In the back 12, but behind cover. Bowling Green with 1 stone biting the top 12. Bowling Green looking to come behind the guards. And let's see how that looks.
Yeah.
Close for shot. From this angle, I think it might be red. Enzer trying to get around the guard. Oh, just nudges it. He is going to be in for shot rock, but he's going to be out in the open. And Keys promptly calls the hit. Updating our other action, Peterson has now gone up 5-1 on my, oh, I'm sorry, wrong sheet. Updating our other action, Schubert from Detroit has taken a 5-1 lead on Stone from Bowling Green on sheet 1. On sheet 3, it's still 4-3 Dolan from Columbus over Hart of Fort Wayne. Sheet 4. Sheet 4, actually, we're still in the third end. And Hammer from Indianapolis leading Hayes from Fort Wayne 2-1. Back to our feature game. Van Ness looking for the draw against 3. Okay, nice finish there. Puts it right on the tee line and looks like it's almost completely covered. Again, from this angle, it's hard to tell. Looks like there might be a sliver hanging out. And Keys looking to peel the yellow guard now, or possibly run it back. Might be playing this as a two-way shot. The run back, ideally the run back, but if he misses the run back, he should at least get the peel. And that's what he gets. Okay, didn't move the shot rock, but did open up a path. And now we'll see if Peterson elects to play a guard, or if he's going to try to come in behind the two red guards. Or possibly put one in front of the shot rock. They do have the hammer. And that's coming this. They're talking like it might be a little heavy, but now they're sweeping. Okay.
So they may be able to pick that one out, but if they do, this is still
Okay.
going to roll out.
Stones about 1.5 feet apart.
I know, like,
Keys.
the other throwers. This guy.
Keys with some options here. Could go for the straight back double. Actually, there might even be a triple possibility here. From the line I'm calling, I think it's going to be just a double. They're on it hard. They're on it hard. And take just the top one and roll out. So not quite the result they wanted. Would have liked to at least keep the shooter.
Switch. So that means
Peterson.
it's going to stop curling. So he switched it to the person on the inside of the curl.
Peterson with the guard. A little bit of overcurl at the end. Looks like maybe half a rock sticking out, maybe a little more. The challenge is going to be getting enough of it to get it out without losing the shooter. But not so much that you jam on the red in the back.
That's what it's about, when you make it.
On sheet 4, a big third end for Team Hammer. They take 3 and go up 5-1. Keys with the outturn draw. Possibly a slight bump. It's looking a little wide. They get it by the guard and it's in for second. Peterson getting ready to throw the hammer. If you can get the right angle on this red, he could take 3. Well, from the way it goes, it looks more like it might be 2. If they can keep it on that red stone. It's coming a little narrow. No, they bumped their own. Did he get 2? Did he get the 2? Okay. So 2 for Columbus. Team Peterson takes a 4-3 lead. after 4 ends. Halfway through this championship final. Updating our other action on sheet 1. And we just had an update on that one. After 4 ends now, Schubert from Detroit is leading Stone from Bowling Green 5-2. Here on sheet 4, Hammer from Indianapolis still leading Hayes from Fort Wayne 5-1. We'll update the score on sheet 2 as soon as those guys quit standing in front of the scoreboard. And here in our championship match, after 4 ends, it's Peterson from Columbus 4, Keys from Bowling Green 3. On sheet 2, still Dolan from Columbus 4, Hart from Fort Wayne 3. That one through 3 ends. Looks like they finished the 4th end but haven't posted it yet.
Okay, they're thankful. Yeah, that's probably their car. I bake the powder, but not bake the soda.
Oh.
Bake the powder, which I don't people teach. I have some Prilosec in my bag, but that takes too long. That's a, system.
So the Columbus lead rock, looks like it's on the back of the button. No, it's actually on the top 4 foot. A little hard to tell from this angle. Have to wait for the monitor to kick in. And Bowling Green has put their first stone in the top left 12 foot. No.
So if you go up this way, make a left on Louisville, make a right on Sherman, there's a gas station with a big mark right there.
Oh, okay.
That's probably, or the one across from the house.
Okay, thank you.
So yellow sitting 2 right now. No guards in play. Bumping in off their own. And I believe yellow is still shot. Red now sitting second. And Dinser appears to be lining up for a takeout attempt. It looks like he's thrown it a bit narrow and gone through the port.
I don't see them in the end pockets.
Okay.
So an opening for Bowling Green here with that miss. So they're playing a takeout on the shot stone, maybe a double. And he gets it. Fine shot there. And now red with 3 in the house. I believe that back yellow is out. Still technically in play, but not counting. So Denzer trying to change the situation. Gets the takeout and stays right there. Yellow now sitting shot, but with no cover. The takeout puts us in basically the same situation as before. Red counting 3. Van Ness delivering. Clearly takeout weight. Oh, and he's gesturing like he's missed it. And he did. It's through the port. Columbus digging themselves a bit of a hole here. Bowling Green sitting 3. Columbus with no cover. They may need a freeze to get out of this end. Now Meyer preparing to throw for Bowling Green.
Well, and it would have felt even worse by the time he
Throwing the in turn. So it looks like they're trying to. So, and actually, they freeze it down to their other red. Be hard to get rid of both of those with the same shot. Still a lot of room inside the house, but Columbus does not have hammer. And right now they don't really have a good place to hide anything. So the hit successful. Bowling Green still sitting 2 and widely separated. Meyer with his second stone. This will be the last of the thirds stones. I'm sorry, 3 reds in the house. Those 2 on the right side are frozen together, and it looks like they're trying to do the same thing on the left. Only a slight bump. So we'll see what Peterson elects to do here. He could try to double those 2 reds out and thin the numbers. So it looks like he's not calling much broom. This may be a hit. Looking like it might be a lightweight hit. Both the reds move, but only one goes out, as well as the shooter. So we're still sitting with 3 reds and no guards. Dangerous situation for Columbus. So Keys with his first shot. Bowling Green with the hammer this end. Peterson with his last shot for Columbus. Just a little too much of a roll there. Sitting shot, but wide open. Anything left of nose will work here for a big end for Bowling Green. Keys with the shot here. Oh, and they're on it hard right away. They may think he doesn't have the line or the weight. Still going hard. Well, he got it. Good quick call to get the sweepers on it right away. Takes it out for, was that 3 or 4? 4 for Bowling Green.
This is so tight.
And so Bowling Green now jumps into a 7-4 lead. Still 3 ends left, though. And Columbus will have the hammer here with a chance to get back in the game. Updating our other sheets. On sheet 1, Schubert from Detroit, leading Stone from Bowling Green 6-2. On sheet 2,
I do tattoo removals instead of practice. It takes so long. I mean,
How many of that is a
sheet 2, Hart from Fort Wayne has come all the way back on Dolan. They're now tied at 4-4. And on sheet 4, still through 3 ends, Hammer of Indianapolis, leading Hayes of Fort Wayne 5-2.
it's like, no, I'm coming back until that thing is gone. I mean, it's so.
Clearing away the stones now, and Hammer scored 1 more there to go up 6-2. Meanwhile, back to our feature game. Nice center guard played by Stagner for Bowling Green.
And it's from like just above the to just below the and she's very emotional.
Rannick drawing for Columbus. See if it's a guard or a come behind. Whatever it is, it looks a little heavy. It's going to be at least into the back of the house. And in fact, it's going to go all the way through. So the early upper hand in this end goes to Bowling Green with a successful guard. If Columbus doesn't score here, Bowling Green could really take a stranglehold on this game.
You know, I don't really care because I see a lot of gym telling
Yeah, we owe them a drink.
Okay,
That's it.
over.
Yeah, they got one.
They got
So it's
6.
6-1.
6-1, okay. Hey, good game, guys.
Thank you.
And our game on sheet 4 is over. In the 7th place battle, Hammer from Circle City in Indianapolis defeated Hayes from Fort Wayne 6-1. Meanwhile, on sheet 2, Dolan, after losing a 4-0 lead, has regained command of the match by taking 3 in the 5th. And so now after 5, it's Dolan 7, Hart 4. Sheet 2. Over on sheet 1, Schubert from Detroit leading Stone from Bowling Green 6-2.
Thanks for your help, Bob.
Sure.
Very good. I also need to just, Sandy.
See, we need to.
Uh-oh, Leonard's down.
What's that? What would you like?
Moves to Jacksonville. And Bowling Green with 2 in the house. Top one might have a little bit of coverage from the center guard. Okay. So it looks like they're going to peel the top one. Can't quite get to the nose for the second one.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe we'll just stay like this level.
We first had that one on the button.
So it's a hit being played here. Trying hard to hold the line. And they're able to chip the yellow rock away. Shooter also goes, so Bowling Green with 1 rock in the back 4. They have a center guard, but it's not covering the shot rock at the moment.
Trying to give another one away. That's what they do.
Denzer looking for the hit and possibly a roll. See if we can get the roll on it. No, just a hit and stay. And Keys will try the same shot.
I'll make sure to get those shoes for the laces. He had laces up tied up. I want the ones for the laces tied up and then they have a little white ball. Yeah. Make sure you get those. So maybe
Chris Meyer with the shot. Looks like it might be a little wide. Let's see if he gets a piece of it. He does not. That could be the break Columbus was waiting for. Let's see if they like to play a guard or... Actually, they're looking at putting it in the top 12. Fulfilling the same function as a tight guard.
Jacksonville just scored touchdown.
Yeah, I saw that. I was seeing if they'd gone for 2 yet.
Yeah, or they're going for it.
Going for it, yeah.
Which one's yours? Are you getting into it?
I'm getting out of it. I'm getting my wallet.
Yes. I got my stuff out of mine, but don't mind, I'll just set mine right on top of there.
Still coming hard, still coming hard. Are they going to get the biter? They do. They might have wanted it just a little deeper, but that is a successful result.
They end up getting, I got 4 that last
to get the hammer, and they had 2 wide on each side.
Who's that?
Guys,
And then-
last one was a pretty good one for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if were you watching that one to see the setup?
Yeah, I'm commentating the whole thing.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Hopefully hopefully you can get it on 12th in later if I did everything right and it works.
Yeah. Sweet. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob.
So 2 consecutive takeouts thrown wide for Bowling Green. Door open for Columbus to get right back in this game. They just gave up a 4, but right now sitting 2. With the shot rock guarded. And they have hammer. Van Ness throwing. It's a little wide. Now they're bringing it back. Let's see what he gets out of it. Okay, and actually, well, they got what they could out of that. They did split the shooter onto the rings, so they're sitting 3. There may be just enough of a port to get through to the shot rock. Let's see what Keys thinks of it. I'm thinking he's probably going to peel that shot rock.
So on that drive home, you could be like, why did they eat that? Why did you do that?
That was when they started that interview.
As they say, never miss a shot from behind the glass.
Buffalo's D has the interceptions.
Keys now trying to make that same takeout that they've missed twice in a row. He's definitely got the front one. Makes the hit on the front, but jams, basically replaces the yellow with another yellow. So Peterson will be throwing his first rock. I'm trying to decide how to proceed here. Looking at several options here. They might try to guard. He's going to try the hit. He's going to try the hit on the top red. That carries some risk.
Where's the yellow out going to go when it hits, right? It's going to roll to the side.
Okay, so he's going to try to hit the yellow, or hit the red. Try to take it out to the left. The question is, where will the shooter go? Can they roll the shooter in? Let's see what he's got. Successful on the hit. And both rocks stay in. So yellow does sit 3, but they did open up a port. So Keys with his last rock.
No, I didn't expect that. Thought maybe we got a road over.
Looks like he'll have the option to come in and either tap the red or more likely try to freeze on it. Although that's an awfully tight port to try a freeze. He may have to hit if he comes that way. That would make it difficult to keep the shooter in play, which they need because they don't have a rock in play at the moment. Sorry. Well, you have fun?
Hell yeah.
Big shot for Keys here. Columbus threatening to get right back in this game, possibly even take the lead. Certainly with the broom he's called, this is going to have some weight on it. Not sure if he's going to go for the shot rock or possibly try to take out the two at the top of the 12-foot. So he'll see what he can get rid of here. No, he's going for those ones on the right. Let's see if he gets... Okay, jams. Good break for Columbus there, as he didn't get both of those out. And that will leave Peterson with a draw for three to tie this game right back up. Fumble? Gonna lose to freaking Jacksonville.
What the heck? That's the way that play. Throw behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 10.
You never watched the Colts?
Solid draw for Peterson, and that ties the game at 7 after 6 ends. While we have a break in the action, hope you're enjoying what you're watching here, and if you're new to curling, here's your chance to learn from us. With the Winter Olympics coming up, the defending champion United States, this is an Olympic sport anyone can play, right here in Fort Wayne. No prior experience needed. We supply all the equipment. You come in, get a little bit of off-ice instruction. We teach you the techniques. You play a game for an hour. After that, you're ready to join one of our leagues. So check it out at FortWayneCurling.com. Getting ready for end number 7 now in our championship game. Score tied at 7. Bowling Green will have the hammer here in the 7th end. Updating our other games. Game on sheet 4 is finished. Hammer of Indianapolis defeated Hayes of Fort Wayne 6-1. Over on sheet 1. Peterson from Columbus is leading Meyer of Bowling Green 6-2. On sheet 2, Dolan from Columbus leading Hart from Fort Wayne 7-4 after 5 ends. Looks like they've just completed the 6th. We'll see what score they post. And it looks like that one's over. So final score of 8-4 there. Dolan wins the third place game. Columbus with a high center guard. And Bowling Green with a stone to the back left 12-foot. Again, Bowling Green with the hammer in this 7th end. Really looking to score 2 here. Columbus splits their guards. Not sure that was intentional, as they have covered the Bowling Green stone in the right 12-foot.
Okay, you're going in.
Second shot for Stagner, Bowling Green. Looks like they're trying to come behind the Columbus guard. They're by it. See if they've got the weight. And yes, looks like that's into the top 12, maybe into the top 8. About halfway into the top 8. Bowling Green sitting 2. And both stones at least under partial cover. Eric Denzer now throwing his first stone for Columbus. Looks like it could be a little heavy. I think he was trying to come down on the Bowling Green stone. Doesn't look like he's got it. No, he's gone by. And out of the house.
These guys are so good. You were out there it's usually USA, Canada, or Sweden who wins this, but there's
So the opposite of the last end. This end, Bowling Green taking the early advantage in the end.
it's like a mini Olympics. You have to look at those
2 stones in, both under at least some cover, and they have the hammer. Clayton Converse throwing now. Throwing the in-turn. Looks like he's trying to come behind the guard. Don't think he got it completely covered, but the guard at least a factor. Denzer needs a good hit here. And so let's see if he's peeling the guard or... Oh, he's by. He got it. Nice shot there. Took out the shot rock, stayed in play. Red still sitting shot. And I believe sitting 2. Converse with his second shot for Bowling Green. Going to be in the house. Let's see how deep they can get it and if they can get it covered. Just a little deeper than the one that was just taken out, I believe. Looks like that goes to just to the back of the back 8. If he sits on it, he would be shot, but probably exposed.
They don't have hammers. They can just keep forcing that to be the blade.
Trying to come down to the shot rock. And got a small piece bumped to the side behind cover more. Columbus Yellow Rock goes out. Still looks like the shot rock would still be available, but not with a great deal of weight. Chris Myers' first rock. Down, he's by the guard. Again, trying to come in behind the yellow guard. And what has he got? He's going to come down and almost freeze to the back stone. Just a slight bump. Red sitting 4 in the house. Columbus in dangerous territory here. Still plenty of room in the house, but they're going to have to make a shot here pretty soon. Let's see if that moves enough. Is that going to move enough? It's going to be in the house. And no, it's too deep. Too deep, and that's going to leave Bowling Green sitting either 1 or 2. Hard to tell from this monitor.
Rob Vince is taking the training, so that should tell you how efficient, how effective it is. Oh, Emily should probably take that.
Chris Meyer now with his second stone. We'll see what he's going to try to accomplish here. Got plenty of volume to get around the guard. And how deep does he want to take this? Okay, so it was a little wide, but they were able to tap the yellow back. And now red sitting at least 3, possibly 4. Still a lot of room in the house, a clear path and backing. So all is not lost for Columbus, but they're going to need to make a shot here. Marshall Peterson coming up with his first stone. I'm guessing that he will try to put something either frozen to the backstones or very close to them. Right now, they would not mind giving up one and taking the hammer coming home. But they can't afford to give up a large number like this. There it is, bumping off the red. And that's a fine shot by Peterson. Leaves him corner frozen and shot rock.
You can nestle it back into that pocket to get to two. To get to two, yeah.
That's going to make it very hard for Bowling Green to get a big number. 2 still in play. They could certainly outcount the yellow rock. Possibly bumped it, but it would almost certainly jam.
They're only getting, if they throw top to the center line, they're resigning themselves there. He tries to drive that yellow back in that pocket.
Okay, so yellow still has a shot.
38.
Realistically, red should walk away from this.
Missed one yet. Sorry, a little commentary on the ongoing Colts game in the background.
Okay.
There. Okay. And a solid shot by Keys. He's now shot rock. Still room for Peterson, though. Peterson can sit it on top of the stone just thrown. Give himself a good chance to steal and make it very hard for Keys to get more than one. Let's see if he can make it. Weight looks pretty good.
Oh, we have a buyout Tuesday.
I think it's got to move, though. Looks like the stone's got to move. It's hanging out. They're trying to push it in now. And let's see what that did.
Red into the yellow into that pocket. Doesn't hit the red, left red. If you don't touch that left red, should be sitting third shot. Exactly. It's got to be enough weight. If you draw rebound off. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So the choices for Bowling Green, they have a relatively straightforward draw for 2 with backing.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watch court.
I guess so. I'll give you 5.
Oh, you're the one. Bowling Green with pretty straightforward draw for 2. Possibility of 3 with a hit, but it's risky.
Yeah, this is the
She wants that California vacation.
Shot underway. Seems satisfied with it so far. Sweeper's just cleaning it. I'm trying to push it in now. This one's not coming back either. But the weight's good, and it looks like he's pulled it off. Okay, it didn't quite get to nose, but still plenty good. So 2 for Bowling Green. So 2 for Bowling Green. And they go up 9-7. Just updating the other results, all 3 of the other games are finished. In the third place game, Dolan from Columbus beat Hart from Fort Wayne 8-4. Fifth place game on sheet 1. Meyer from Bowling Green beat Peterson from Columbus. I'm sorry, that's not Peterson from Columbus. That's... Yes, excuse me, I'm messed up. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. In the fifth place game on sheet 1, Schubert from Detroit beat Stone of Bowling Green 6-2. Seventh place game on sheet 4, Hammer from Indianapolis beat Hayes from Fort Wayne 6-1. And here in our championship game, after 7 ends, it's Keys from Bowling Green 9, Peterson from Columbus 7. Peterson will have the hammer coming home.
They're both really great.
Watered it down a bit, just to keep it silver. I didn't even see him come off my door.
I did, but I thought he was using the restroom.
Here, we want to see.
Could be this make this game a little more entertaining.
Okay, getting ready to start the 8th end now. And Josh Stegner will be throwing the first lead stone for Bowling Green. Let's see how they decide to play this. Trying to protect 2-point lead. Very light. So very high corner guard, which you would not think that would be the standard strategy here, but he may have something else in mind. Colts still got the ball?
No. Jacksonville.
Oh, they kicked a field goal at least, that's right.
Yeah, so the Jacksonville
Yeah, but
down
that's
6.
6, yeah, that's probably not good. This is the kind of game they tend to lose.
Touchdown ties with the field goal.
First stone for Columbus. Very wide corner guard by Rennick.
You play too much prevention. Prevents the win.
I mean, yeah,
Stagner getting ready to throw his second.
it's not that hard.
He's going to tap the guard, and well, he actually leaves a center guard and a corner guard. Again, a little unusual that you would throw that many guards with a 2-rock lead in the last end. Sure, they're already inside the 50-yard line. Okay, at least he's down. Rumble? As the refs say they got it. The refs ain't decided.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Columbus. Brannick with his second buries one behind the high corner guard. Probably still accessible, but does give them something to work with. Clayton Converse throwing his first.
I did. Yeah. Because I wanted to play in it.
Okay, now he's actually not going to play the bump. He's trying to come in behind, it looks like. Oh no, it does make the late turn. Okay, that one fooled me, but it did turn out nicely. I misread the turn coming in. It actually a pretty good shot. Denzer throwing his first. Let's see if they can hold the line. It's by the corner guard, but well, it does give them another rock in the house, but now it's going to be very tough to get that. It's going to be tough to get that red out of there. For any of you watching live, I could give you the Colts score, but if you're taping it, I won't. Converse's second rock. Looks like he's trying to freeze to his first one. Two yellow rocks in play, but they're serving as backing for two red rocks at the moment.
I would just sit right in front of him.
They sit there, and Brandon just keeps sitting on top of them. Sitting right on top of that. Granted, I got trounced 3 times.
Denzer with his second, looking to freeze.
Good job.
For all the play to the shooter's left.
You're not lying, you're just not telling me. And then,
So that was a good shot by Denzer, but they still have to deal with that other red rock in the back behind the tee line. Peterson looking for the hit. believe he's going to try to hit on the shooter's right. Spill the one behind it. Shooter will probably jam, but should be outside of the yellow rock in the top. Not what they were looking for, but not all bad. Red still sitting shot. Yellow now second. The Yellowstone has backing. Redstone at the moment is pretty exposed, but they do have an opportunity to guard this or sit on it. A lot of room, but they're not making any moves. Either it's really good or they missed it completely. It looks a little deep. So they've given yellow a pocket, and that's right what he's going to aim for.
That's true, but if you leave one out in the open for red to hit, you hope they go for that hit. Then you just repeat. I don't think they have a choice. They have to get that second shot.
Yeah, Van Ness delivering. They're going hard. I don't know if they've got it. That looks light. Looks very light. And they may have just thrown up a big old guard for Bowling Green. Keys and Meyer the back end for Bowling Green. Deciding how best to proceed here. Looks like they're thinking about putting up a guard just to the shooter's right of the accidental guard that Columbus just threw. I think he's indicating that any place on that line will be fine.
You can't be bad with the dilly bar.
Yes, it looks like anything on that line between the yellow rock and the center line, between the tight yellow guard and the center line, and Columbus will be in a world of hurt here.
Sorry guys, I'm working. On a Sunday? Yep. I got a call too.
Okay. So it looks like they're going to try to play the guard here.
Guard their first shot, give themselves the second shot. Red, I like to go behind the guard. Sit on the wall.
Is that going to overcurl a little? Just a little bit of an overcurl. And that's going to
I mean, it takes away the raise of that.
takes away a possible run back on the tap back on the yellow guard. But it does leave a path. So if Peterson can make this shot, they could be sitting two. So Peterson with his first rock.
He can knock it back.
It's pretty close.
Someone said try to use it.
I mean, they've always got, it's really tough because the way it's really that's almost fighting 8 foot coming this way, this thing. It's tough.
If you already have those stones.
So the key is you gotta have one stone that's going to
I don't think I like it. It's off the back, it can be 1 and 2.
That's good.
So potentially,
Except red now just sits right on top of it.
Okay, so a good shot by Peterson. I believe they are sitting 2 at the moment. But Keys has the option now to play the same shot Peterson just played, and if he does, it's going to make it very difficult.
Because he only has one left, yeah.
So Keys with his last shot.
They weren't in a great position. The key is they had to be sitting shot after that shot.
Yeah.
Now,
if they weren't, then
if he comes down to it, it's essentially over unless they can really get that chip.
so it's down to this area.
I said during the second shot, they should start coming behind the guard and playing that corner.
Well, they were just playing the same game. I think that's too red.
That's, yeah.
Could you guys get out of the freaking way?
Sweeper's not touching it.
Looks like it's gonna be good.
Looks like it's got enough weight. Has it got too much? No, it doesn't. Excellent shot.
I think it's second shot. I think it's second shot, but it's tough to get that out of there.
Where you got the double run back, is that it?
And you can chip.
Is
You
yellow?
can chip that outside red one. That outside
Yellow,
yellow.
two and three.
Oh, how's the commentary in here?
So we're looking up.
Well, you guys all left, and now the ice got slow again. So that's what that crap was.
So Peterson and company looking over.
It's like you can't play because it all changed on us.
That might be the only shot. Well, that only works if the other yellow is started.
The other yellow.
Needs to move that red one. And I'm not sure where he can go with it. If he moves it to the left, it probably just jams. Because he needs to move that red, and he needs to get outside of the yellow, the topmost yellow in the 12-foot.
They're red under the yellow.
So they're going with, looks like they're going to run red, yellow, red. And hope they can move the red far enough that the other yellow becomes second and the shooter stays around. Certainly going to require a precise shot here. Not super big weight, but enough to move 3 rocks. They're sweeping hard, seeing if they can hold it. And no, he's on the guard. And that's the game. So the final score: Jared Keys and Bowling Green 10, Marshall Peterson and Columbus 7. Bowling Green gets the automatic bid to the national championships in the 5 and under division. Congratulations.
Hey, it was just the moment. It was fine.
So that wraps up our coverage today from the Fort Wayne Curling Club. Tune in again tonight for the regular Sunday League and the Fort Wayne Leagues on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. All streamed live, all available in archives for your study. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.